Oswin Appollis punishes Polokwane City in the MTN 8 quarterfinal clash between Orlando Pirates and Polokwane City. Of course, it sounds fun. It sounds fun to say Oswin Appollis punishes Polokwane City. If it so happens that you're not aware that Oswin Appollis signed for Orlando Pirates, it was last month. Yes, sometime. Yes, last month. Yes, in July, Orlando Pirates signed the sought after Oswin Appollis. So today, Oswin Appollis made his Orlando Pirates official debut. Today, Oswin Appollis made his Orlando Pirates official debut against his former club, Polokwane City, at Orlando Stadium. This is where Orlando Pirates defeated Polokwane City by 2-0. The first goal was scored by Oswin Appollis himself after a beautiful move that was started by the holding midfielder. What is known, let's say, as a defensive midfielder, right? That is Sihlen, formerly with Stellenbosch, meaning Sihlen was another one was making his Orlando Pirates debut. So it was a beautiful move by Sihlen. Then Sihlen, of course, played through the ball to Buitumelo Radwapane, a much improved Buitumelo Radwapane, who then played through to Oswin Appollis. And he did had a very good finish, Oswin Appollis. So if you were able to watch the match, tell me, guys, go to the comment section and tell me your views. As I'm reviewing this match, tell me your views. Who impressed you the most? Here I'm not only talking to Orlando Pirates supporters, Orlando Pirates fans, but football fans in general, those who were able to watch the match. Who impressed you the most in that Orlando Pirates team? Even if they Polokwane City, as much as they lost and they did not offer much, because we have to be honest that Polokwane City did not offer much in terms of the attack. You see, just as their coach Phuthi Mohafe confessed after the match in the post-match interviews. In the post-match interview, the coach confirmed that they did not offer much in terms of the attack because of how Orlando Pirates surprised them. You see, because of how Orlando Pirates surprised them, so they did not offer much in terms of the attack. You see, so but if you are able to watch the match, who impressed you the most from those Polokwane City players, as well as in terms of the Orlando Pirates? So the second goal, how it came about, indeed, it was Oswin Appollis again who was fouled. So the Orlando Pirates' second goal was a penalty. The second goal came from a penalty spot by Patrick Maswanganyi. And who won the penalty? The player who won the penalty in that match is Oswin Appollis again. So meaning Oswin Appollis, when we read the stats of the match, that he got a goal and also got an assist in this match. That's how Oswin Appollis played. As I'm saying, he punished his former club. But of course, he had to leave the match just at about late to 60s in terms of the minutes. Oswin Appollis had to leave the match because of the injury. So they had just to apply precaution in that he doesn't aggravate his injury. So they had to substitute him, and of course, eventually won the man of the match. So in my view, the man of the match award, of course, was between him and Sihlen. I would have given to Sihlen in terms of how he played, how he marshaled that central midfield of Orlando Pirates, and also considering his secondary assist, because the first goal by Oswin Appollis, as much, of course, in terms of the primary assist, of course, will go to the Buitumelo Radwapane. That we need also to talk about has improved. I'm very impressed with Buitumelo Radwapane. His off-the-ball movement, his ability to hold the ball, be able to bring other players into the match. It's quite impressive. It also explains why it seems like this is the striker that coach Absalom Wadu will be relying on in terms of the season going forward. So then that will explain. You see, so for me, that will explain why that is happening in that way. Because if you look at how he has been playing, right, his off-the-ball movements, his ability to pass the ball, that explains that why he seems to be currently to be the Orlando Pirates number one striker, ahead of the likes of the lethal and experienced strikers such as Tshegofatso Mabasa, and of course the Bafana striker Evidence Mahopa, and of course another Bafana striker, that is Yanela Mbutuma. You see, so I'm saying Sihlen is my man of the match, because you look at how he was able to marshal that midfield, especially in the first half, alongside Sipho Mbule, and also considering that he got the secondary assist to Oswin Appollis' goal, because it is Sihle Ndulu was able to win the ball in the center of the middle field and then played the ball through. He played the ball through to Boitumelo Radopan, who then provided a primary assist to Oswin Appollis. So I was very impressed with the intensity first. What impressed me the most about Orlando Pirates, because you must understand, this was Coach Absalom Wadu's first official game as the Orlando Pirates head coach. You see, so you compare how his team is played in this match and compare to how Orlando Pirates were playing under Jose Rivero. So the difference that you can see is the intensity. It's the intensity, because remember, Coach Jose Rivero preferred the positional football, but the positional football that whereby Orlando Pirates will sit back a little bit, that Orlando Pirates will not apply the high press. But what we're seeing now under Coach Absalom Wad is that Orlando Pirates are applying the high press. So they've got that intensity, because if you are going to apply the high press, it means you cannot do it half-heartedly. You need to apply the high press. You need to have the intensity to apply the high press. So that's the difference I saw, and also the off-the-ball movement. Like I'm saying, it suits Boitumelo Radopan's way of playing. It explains why he's playing ahead. You see, because his ability to read the game, his ability to move off the ball and confuse the defenders and all of that. And also must also understand one thing. I know people are going to say, but for Boitumelo Radopan, his primary job is to score goals. There's no doubt about that. But unlike Evidence Makgopa, who's able to also play off the ball, but most of the time is that Evidence Makgopa spends most of the time away from the box. Boitumelo Radopan is able to do all of these things, but he still spends most of his time inside the box. And you know, if opportunities created, we know that Boitumelo Radopan is very lethal. The radio man is very lethal. He's able to convert chances. You see, so it cannot be just a case of say, but he's moving off the ball, but he's not scoring goals. So whenever the opportunities are created, we know that he's got that ability to score goals for the team. So I'm quite impressed. But of course, the concern remains that the set pieces, because the team looked a bit suspect. Orlando Pirates looked, if there's a negative that I saw in that match, is that Orlando Pirates looked a bit suspect when it comes to set pieces. And I think it is something that the opposition coaches in the PSL are already picking it up, that Orlando Pirates are a bit vulnerable when it comes to the set pieces. And also consider the fact we've got the centre backs like Kosnati Sibisi and Mbekezi Mbogazi. Of course, they are very good defenders, but they lack the height. Unlike someone who's like Oli Sanda. You know that Oli Sanda is very good in terms of the aerial balls and all of that. So if there's a negative that I picked up, it is that. Then they also did the second half. I saw Orlando Pirates dropping off, especially in the second half. We didn't see much of Sipombule in the second half. But also understand that as Kukune was not playing regularly, also towards the end of the season. Remember, Kukune released him towards the end of the season. So he's not been playing competitive football for quite some time. So his match fitness and intensity will take some time to be at the required level and all of that. So those are things that the second half, the Orlando Pirates performance dropped. But of course, this is only the first official match. So the fitness levels can be expected that cannot maintain the same intensity for the entire 90 minutes. That's my view on the match, how the match unfolded. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. My name is Tebus Kosana. The name of the platform is iDiski, LETHU TV. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you very much.